Good morning to all. So today we are going to discuss dry cell or Leclanche cell. Remember, dry cell is a primary, it is a primary voltaic cell. This is very important thing. So what primary voltaic cells are? So primary voltaic cells produce electric current on account of the spontaneous reaction taking place inside the cell, and that electric current is used by us for various purposes. And once a cell has dead, then it cannot be recharged. It is very important thing. These cells are use and throw cells. So dry cell is one of the finest examples of those. Now let's see the construction of it. So construction of dry cell. Now what dry cell consists of? Remember, dry cell consists of a zinc vessel. This is a zinc vessel which itself acts as anode, and a graphite electrode is suspended at the center, but remember, it does not touch the base. And this graphite electrode acts as a cathode. There is a cotton partition, and remember, graphite electrode is surrounded by the dry paste of MnO2 and carbon. So here we go. This is the cotton partition, and the dry paste which surrounds the graphite electrode. So dry paste of MnO2 and carbon, and this is the graphite electrode, and this is the zinc vessel which itself acts as anode. Graphite electrode is cathode, no doubt, and the remaining portion of the zinc vessel is filled by the aqueous paste of ZnCl2 and NH4Cl. So this is the simple construction of a dry cell. So let me repeat again. The dry cell consists of a zinc vessel which itself acts as anode. Graphite electrode is suspended from the center but does not touch the base, act as a cathode. Graphite electrode is surrounded by the dry paste of MnO2 and carbon. Cotton partition is there, and remaining portion of the zinc vessel is filled by the aqueous paste of ZnCl2 and NH4Cl. Now when these two terminals are connected by the metallic wire, then cell start producing current. Now let's see the cell reactions taking place during the working of the dry cell. Now at anode, we know very well that anode is an electrode at which oxidation takes place. So zinc vessel itself acting as anode, therefore oxidation reaction is expected at zinc. So zinc undergo oxidation producing Zn2 plus ions, and electrons are liberated. So this is the oxidation reaction taking place at zinc vessel. So zinc is anode, and at anode oxidation takes place. Now question is, what happens at cathode? We know very well that the graphite electrode which is suspended from the center acting as a cathode, so ultimate reduction is expected at that. So what happens? Electrons released in the process of oxidation are accepted at cathode. So NH4 plus ions, we use aqueous paste of NH4Cl. So NH4 plus ions undergo reduction by accepting the electrons liberated at anode. So in the process of reduction, what happens? Ammonia get formed and hydrogen gas get released. Now question is, what happens with the hydrogen? Remember, the hydrogen formed, hydrogen gas is oxidized by MnO2 solid. So MnO2 dry paste, whatever we have used in this cell, what is the role of it? MnO2 oxidizes the hydrogen, so produced like this. So hydrogen get oxidized by MnO2 solid, and thereby formation of Mn2O3 solid takes place along with water. So right here manganese is in +4 state and in Mn2O3 it is in +3. What it means? It means that manganese undergoes self reduction and oxidizing the hydrogen gas. Now very important thing is the net reduction reaction at cathode. So net reduction reaction is addition of these two things. So what happens when we add these two? So H2 get cancelled, and what remains then? Twice of NH4 plus aqueous plus twice of MnO2 solid plus 2 electrons gives twice NH3 aqueous plus Mn2O3 solid plus H2O liquid. So this is the net reduction reaction taking place at cathode. Now we need to take care of the cell reaction. I mean net cell reaction. And remember, cell reaction is often a redox reaction. So in order to obtain cell reaction, what we need to do? We need to add these two. I mean oxidation and reduction reaction. So addition of oxidation and reduction give rise to the cell reaction. When we add these two things, then electrons ultimately get cancelled. Point to be remembered is in redox reaction, no electron must be seen. So electrons must get cancelled. So by adding these two, what we get? We may receive what? Zn plus twice of NH4 plus aqueous plus twice of MnO2 solid, that give rise to Zn2 plus aqueous plus twice of NH3 aqueous plus Mn2O3 solid plus H2O liquid, and this is the redox reaction taking place in the cell. Now NH3 so obtained combines with Zn2 plus ions, and thereby formation of soluble complex get initiated. So what happens? NH3 combine with Zn2 plus. So Zn2 plus readily react with NH3, that is ammonia, and that lead to the formation of a complex. This is a complex which happens to be soluble, and in this manner cell works. And remember, the net potential of this cell recorded was 1.5 volt. Now what are the problems related to this? So problem is, in acidic medium, what happens? Hydrogen corrodes, means H plus ions interact with zinc, and thereby corrosion of what? Zinc takes place, and due to which life of cell shortens. I mean its lifespan gets shortened. For that, what is the remedy? Nowadays alkaline dry cells are used in the large scale in market. So earlier I told that zinc interact with H plus ions in acidic medium and undergo oxidation, thereby release of hydrogen gas takes place. Due to this, corrosion of zinc vessel takes place, and hence the lifespan of dry cell get shortened. Now for this purpose, the only remedy is to use the medium alkaline. Now in alkaline dry cells, so in alkaline dry cells, NaOH or KOH are used as an electrolyte, and working of this dry cell is same as that of the Leclanche cell, Leclanche dry cell, but the only difference is the right here during the course of oxidation, zinc oxide is formed as a product. So what happens at anode, I mean at zinc vessel, zinc oxidizes producing zinc oxide, and thereby formation of water get initiated with the evolution, I mean liberation of electrons. We know very well that the oxidation is the process where electrons get released, and at another electrode, I mean at cathode, what is expected? At cathode, reduction is expected. So on other hand, MnO2 is present, so dry paste of MnO2 try to gain those electrons. So this can be given as, so electrons are accepted or gained in the process of reduction, and thereby formation of Mn2O3 solid takes place along with OH negative ions, OH negative aqueous. In this way, reduction and oxidation takes place. So by adding these two, one would receive the net cell reaction. So net cell reaction can be obtained by adding oxidation and reduction half. So electron get cancelled in the process, OH minus also get cancelled, H2O liquid get cancelled. So what remained? Zn solid plus twice of MnO2 solid gives ZnO solid plus Mn2O3 solid. So this is the net redox reaction taking place inside the cell when we use the medium alkaline. Thank you very much.